if you haven't got much time before your round, after your round, or just during the week in between work hours to practice your putting, I suggest moving your practice towards performance as opposed to technique. Forget your grip, forget how you roll in the face close or pushing it right. Just get the ball in the hole. Okay? Sounds simple, but if you change your practice like this, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Okay? First thing we need to do, we need to buy into the drill. Okay? The drill itself isn't this gate drill. This is a buy-in. You have to complete this task before moving on. That creates a need to succeed. Okay? Now that little psychological trick of forcing yourself to do something until you can move on is massively beneficial once we get on the golf course. Okay, so first thing we do is hold this putt. Okay, side doors just about, but it went in. Okay, so now we can move on to the clock face drill. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to follow all this because we might be here for some time then, but the idea is to hold every single one for one full rotation. So you can see I'm skipping it, will mind the wind. I'm just skipping a tee out there, then we move on to the next one. Bearing in mind, you'll be doing this a lot slower and at your own pace when you do it. You can see I'm rushing slightly through them. Let's skip to this one next. Pardon the wind in the microphone there. And then again on the last one. And we're in. Now, that is the buy-in to the next stage. If you were to miss one of them, you need to go back to the start and back to the start if you miss, and carry on going around. You find you get very frustrated with it, and that creates a fear of failure. Okay, so we go from a need to succeed to a fear of failure. And putting your brain and yourself in a performance setting under those two conditions, next thing you know, you've got a putt for your first birdie on the stroke index 1. And of course there's nerves, but there's less contextual interference. You're feeling the technique, you're feeling the shot, and next thing it becomes ball target, and that's all the thought is. Okay, so that's the buy-in. The next section, we need a scoring system. Okay. Now, in skill acquisition terms, what we've done there is we've practiced, we've retained, and now we need to transfer the skill. Okay, so to transfer the skill, you need a slightly different task. So with a bit of camera trickery, I'm going to now go around that way. So now for the transfer, with the slightly different task, I suggest you get 2 golf balls, stand next to the hole, face one direction over the shoulder. So it's another one, slightly different, over the shoulder. Doesn't have to be, it can be completely different lengths, completely different breaks, and that's the whole point. We need that variance now. So we've done the first section, and we've bought into the drill, and now this is the scoring system, okay? So if you hold one of these putts, it's just a point each. It's 1 point, 1 point. But to get to this point, you need to go through a quite stressful psychological test just to get here, okay? My high score is 7. Bearing in mind, that's 7 full rounds of that in a row. You can still see me, sorry. 7 full rounds of that in a row, and then 7 putts in a row here, okay, from different lengths. So I'll just quickly try and see if I can hold one, because that'd be nice to get a point on camera. Oh, you beauty. And see if we can get 2, that'd be even better. So again, like I said earlier, for these you will be doing your routine together. You wouldn't be rushing it as such like I am. Oh, nearly. Call it 1.5 because it touched a lip. So, just to recap, the first section is the buy-in. It creates 2 different states of psychological stress. Coming into the performance section, which is where we need to get the points, and it's a point scoring system, and you can keep track of your points as you do this over time. I'll be honest, I would live and die on a hill for this drill. I think it creates perfect execution needs. There's a lot of eustress and distress. Trust me, I've been here for hours going round and round that circle. As a kid, it was, I can't do it. I need to do it 10 times before I can go in for my chips. And it's having that reward or that risk that creates better players. And again, I've not mentioned anything technique-wise. It's purely about getting the ball in the hole. And sometimes if you strip it down to the bare bones, that's all you need to worry about. So if you can crack on with this drill before your round, 10 minutes before your round, I guarantee you, your putting will improve. Thanks for watching, I suppose.